Hi, good evening, and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Resilience, and Realization. My name is Brian, and I'm delighted to be here today to offer you this class. If you were in my distribution, you know that we originally said that we are going to do Find Your Flow, but circumstances have changed in the course of the day, and with the current situation, we're going to do something a little different today. So today is going to be we're going to move the spine in 6 directions, or five actually, because it really is only five. But we're going to move the spine just to get ourselves a little bit of energetic movement through the torso. And then we're going to settle in for a meditation. We're going to do a metta meditation, M-E-T-T-A, metta, loving kindness. Metta is roughly translated from the Pali as loving kindness. We're going to do a loving kindness meditation, given just where we are in the world today and with what's happening. So we'll do this. So, as always, we will land and raise gratitude and set our intention. And then we will remember that support precedes action. So before we even do that, we'll find all of our necessary supports, making sure that we have everything we need. But because we're going to be seated, so this is going to be a mainly seated practice today. So if you're not used to sitting for long periods of time, you may want to have your chair. You may want to have a cushion or a bolster, a bolster to prop your hips up on so that your knees can be lower than your hips and you can find a little bit of openness through the hips and a little bit of relaxation in the posture. Or you may want to just lie down with your back on the floor fully. Maybe take your legs up the wall so you're fully supported. Find the supports that are necessary for you in your practice today. All right. All right. And then remember also it is your practice. So I'm going to offer and suggest and invite us to do some spinal movement and some meditation. You are going to do what's right for you and listening to the wisdom of your body, recognizing that you are in the privacy of your own space and that the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. So with that, I'll invite you to find a posture of support. And the suggestion is that the posture be one in which you are both supported and in which you can lengthen your spine and breathe. So feeling into that, taking a moment to find what that looks like for you, whatever posture that may be for you, bring yourself into yourself. Come into this place and into this space. Come into the present moment by coming into the body. Come into the body by coming into the breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhalation all the way in, the exhalation all the way out. Holding your awareness right there, notice how the next inhale arrives just when it is needed. And follow that inhale in. And that exhale out. And as you settle into this posture of support and settle into this awareness of breath, begin to notice the physical sensation of the breath as it comes and goes. Notice what you notice on the inhale. Do you feel the life force, the prana, the immanence, the power of presence arriving with the inhale? Notice what you notice. Do you feel the release and the relief and the letting go, the emptying as you release all of that waste material and excess material that is no longer needed on the exhale? What is it like to breathe and know that you're breathing? And then on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. Perhaps left hand over the heart, right hand over the left, maybe hands in prayer, thumbs resting lightly on the breastbone. Feeling your heart beat beneath your hands, bringing awareness to the heart space. I invite you to turn your attention to your heart space and allow to arise gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful today. Perhaps today, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye and to anchor your gratitude in your heart space and hold it there for your practice today, particularly today. As we focus on the heart, Metta, one of the Brahma Viharas, loving kindness, one of the qualities of the heart. gratitude anchored in the heart space, I'll invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, I invite you to offer a intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just keep your gratitude anchored, or to just be right there with each inhale. And whatever your intention is, I invite you to state that to yourself now. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being. I'll invite you to take a full inhale. As you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop toward your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say Namo, Namaste. And then lift the chin, release the hands. Namo means I bow to the creative consciousness, to the divine that is in everything. Namaste means I bow to that divinity, that piece of divinity that is within me and within you. So as I said, we're going to move the spine. So you may want to adjust your cross or reaffirm your supports in your legs and in your hips. Find your supported seated posture. We're going to begin by just doing some rotational work. So bring your hands to your knees, lengthen through the spine, lift out of the waist and hips. Feel that long elongation. Tuck the chin, relax the shoulders, and then as you inhale, just bring your torso forward. Either direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. We're going to go both ways. But you're inhaling as you bring the torso forward and then round and exhale as the torso goes back. So we're just making these little circles with the spine against the fixed hips. Hips are fixed in this posture of support, and the spine is just rotating. A little rounding here, a little stomach grind or Sufi grind. A little abdominal action here, like you have maybe a little, what is that, the hula hoop they used to do? You kind of use your belly dancer, maybe, I don't know. Out of my area of expertise there, but anyway, we're just rounding here. A couple more in this direction, just gentle movement, just feeling into this. One more and come around to the center. And then move in the opposite direction. Notice the difference as you move in the opposite direction. Because the organs are not symmetrical in the body, you may notice some different sensation as you go one way versus the other. A lot of us, our skeletal system isn't perfectly aligned either. Our hips are a little displaced. Anyway, feeling into this, moving with the breath. So we're just trying to align the movement with the breath. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And I'm going to actually modify something I said. I said we're going to be seated the entire time, but because it is a long sit, maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll do our next movement while we're in a different posture so we can get out of the seat for a moment or two. So one more in this direction. Come forward. Take a full inhale. Gently retain this inhale as you lift at the base of the spine, at the pelvic wall, and at the heart. Tuck the chin, relax the shoulders, bring everything to the center of your being. Very still, very calm. And then exhale, release. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. And just notice your experience. Notice what's shifted for you. Just one little movement of the spine can do wonders for our mind state. Little intention setting, a little gratitude, a little movement. Full inhale here. And exhale. And as I said, let's come around onto our hands and knees for our cow-cat. So we get a little movement out of this seated posture. Give ourselves a chance to move. So come into your tabletop. Knees underneath the hips. Feet straight back from the knees. Hips in alignment. Hands under and maybe slightly in front of the shoulders so that the spine is long. The crown gets long toward the top of your mat. The hips are long toward the bottom of your mat. You feel the full length of your spine here. On the inhale, arch the lower spine. Let the heart and chest come forward. Let the crown rise toward the sky and the hips go high. On the exhale, we'll round the spine, release the head, chest to the chin, hips roll under, big rounding. And then begin to move at your pace. Inhale, arching and lifting. Exhale, rounding and releasing. And continue. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Arching and rounding with the breath. So work on aligning the movement with the breath. Find your victorious breath, your ocean breath, your ujjayi breath. So tighten a little bit at the back of the throat. And then as you breathe in and out through the nostrils, maybe you begin to hear that breath become audible. When you're in the privacy of your own space, so experiment with it. Find that rhythm of your breath where you begin to, the sound of the breath begins to sound like the ocean arriving and leaving, the waves rolling in, waves rolling out. See if you can feel into that movement here. A couple more. Inhale to neutral. Lengthen through the crown, lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the hips. Feel that full length here. Gently retain the breath as you lift at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. And then exhale. As you exhale, press the hips back toward the heels and let the hips come down toward the heels. Let your forehead come down toward the mat. Come into your extended wisdom pose or extended child's pose. Experiment with your thighs and knees. Maybe you want to take your knees out wide so your torso can fall between your thighs. Maybe you like to bring your knees together so your torso can rest atop your thighs. Take a breath here, full inhale. And maybe take your hands back by your feet, palms up, and then exhale and release. Letting go. Roll. Maybe rock your forehead side to side, temple to temple, relaxing and releasing the neck. Then just inhale, come upright and roll off of your heels and come back to your seated posture. Finding your supported seat once again and arranging yourself. Our next movement will be to twist. So we're going to bring the arms out from the shoulders and bend them at the elbows, and then bring the four longer fingers in front of the shoulder and hook the thumb behind. This will hold your torso in place. Now remember, stay long through the spine. So we elongate and align the spine, tuck the chin, find your length here, feel the full length of the spine, and then we're simply going to inhale, twist to the left, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, and your practice. Just feeling into that elbows leading. Now the head is relaxed, the neck is not really moving at all. The head is just rotating atop the spinal column. And we're just gently twisting left and right. No need to overdo anything here. We're just trying to tease up a little energy, free up a little any constriction or contraction in the myofascial tissue here. Get the cells energized a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to have the energy flowing through the torso so we can get to the heart here. So inhaling and exhaling. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Couple more here. Inhale to center. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, pelvic bowl, at the heart, relaxing the shoulders, away from the ears, tucking the chin slightly, feeling everything come to the center. Be very still. And exhale, release. Hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger together. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Let everything settle in. Notice again. Now what has shifted? Where are you now? These little movements, these little tools, this little alignment, mindful movement, aligning movement with breath. We find ourselves in a place where we can be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Now you have options here in this next movement. I like to just do a little hug, just grabbing ourselves, shoulders like this. But if that feels a little unsettled as you begin, we're going to lateral bend side to side. So you may want to have your hands down on your knees for a little more support, or even down alongside your hips so you can have a little more support. Now, the other tendency here is to bob the head. And we're not trying not to do that. We're trying to keep the head, again, neutral. And we're just inhaling and exhaling to the right. Inhale, leaning to the left. Lateral bends. Exhale, leaning to the right. Maybe want to adjust your legs a little bit, take your feet a little wider, or your knees a little wider for support. This may just be a small movement for you, or you may be able to put your head on the floor. I don't know, but whatever works for you, we're just gently moving with the breath here. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Just feeling into the opening in the side body. We're lifting out of the hips, staying long through the crown. The spine is long and aligned. And inhale to center. Again, gently retain the breath while lifting at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl, and the heart. So squeeze up and in, gently retaining the breath, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin slightly, feeling everything come to the heart space. Center of your being, very still. And exhale, release, hands to the knees, full inhale. Complete exhale. Settle in and notice, again, where you feel energized. What's shifted for you? The purpose of our tools is to be able to identify their effectiveness in changing our mind state, noticing what's different just from doing this particular movement or that particular movement, being in the breath, being fully focused here, gratitude and intention anchored in the heart space, settled in. We have one more here. Now, we're not actually moving the spine here. We're going to move the shoulders around the spine. So we're going to shrug the shoulders up and down. So the tendency here is to try to scrunch everything in, and we're not trying to do that. We're simply trying to lift the shoulders toward the ears and relax the shoulders down. Inhale, the shoulders come up. Exhale, shoulders come down. So find the appropriate supported posture for your hands. Can be on your knees, on your thighs, maybe up in your hip crease. And then just find your rhythm. and your breath and your pace and your practice, and see if you can relax into this so that, again, we don't want to be scrunching back there. So it's not a scrunch, it's a lift, gentle lift. And then dropping those shoulders down. I like to think of my scapula, the two shoulder blades, just kind of sliding up and down along the spine. No friction, no tension, no stress, no strain, no overexertion. Trying to do this without an ounce of extra effort. Just we're just moving energy around the torso, energizing the nerve endings, freeing up the muscles and the ligamature and the myofascial tissue so that we can have a flow of energy around the heart space. Inhale up. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Pull the belly button toward the spine, lift into the heart space. Now the shoulders are up, but they can still be relaxed. And the chin is slightly tucked so that the back of the neck is released, and we feel that energetic engagement in the core of our being as we're steady and still. And then exhale, release the hands, drop the chin toward the chest. Release any tension in the back of the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. A full inhale. And a complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Lift the chin. All right, you may want to adjust your seated posture, maybe change the cross of your legs, maybe find your support bolster. So settle in for our meditative state here. We're going to do a metta loving kindness, metta, M-E-T-T-A, loving kindness meditation. Now, the way we do this is we're going to start by offering loving kindness to ourselves. And then we're going to think of someone that we love and that we dearly, dearly care for, and we're going to offer loving kindness to them. And then we're going to we're going to think of someone neutral, which is probably the majority of people that we don't know and aren't aware of, but we recognize them as fellow beings on the journey, and we'll offer loving kindness to them. And then maybe we'll take the last step and offer loving kindness to the wicked, to someone we have a challenge with, to someone that we're struggling with. We'll see how it goes as we get there. But we start, as always, at home. Loving kindness starts at home. So the body is very still. Awareness is on the heart space. And in our heart space, we want to bring into our heart space ourselves. Picture yourself at whatever point in your life, maybe your current time, maybe a way back time, maybe in somewhere in the course of your life, but a moment in life that really resonates with you. But see yourself in your mind's eye, feel yourself in your mind's heart, be focused in your heart space. And the words that we're going to say are, we're going to offer loving kindness in this way. We're going to say these words: may I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be at ease in this world. You may want to use your own name if you prefer. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be at ease in this world. We're going to say this 3 times. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be at ease in this world. We'll just sit with ourselves for a moment in that loving kindness, in that compassionate inquiry, in that caring offering. We'll just sit with ourselves for a moment. And feeling into the loving kindness that has arisen for ourselves. I invite us all individually to think of someone that is very dear to us, someone that you love, someone that you're deeply fond of, someone that's very important in your life, someone you care for fully, completely. See them in your mind's eye, feel them in your mind's heart. Hold your awareness on that individual, and then we're going to offer that individual loving kindness 3 times. May they, and you may want to use their name, may they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. May he or she be safe. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be happy. May he or she be at ease in this world. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. And just sit silently and stilly with awareness of loving compassion for this being in your heart. Hold them there in your heart space. Compass them in loving compassion. Fully present. I invite you now to think of someone or anyone that you're neutral towards. Maybe someone you don't know very well, maybe broad swath of humanity as a whole. Maybe there's an individual you want to personify in this, but essentially someone that you have no particular feeling for at all. And just recognize them as a fellow being on the journey of life. And whether that's a broad swath of humanity or whether that's an individual, I invite you to see them in your mind's ear and hold them in your mind's heart. Bring them into the heart space. Hold them gently there, and then we're going to offer loving kindness to the neutral party or parties. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. And continuing to hold that party or parties in your heart, see them wrapped in loving kindness and loving compassion, held in the warmth of your heart. And just sit with the awareness of loving kindness for these beings. And then finally, I'll invite you to think of someone that may be a challenge for you. Now, I invite you not to go to your worst enemy in your mind, maybe just someone who's just a little difficult for you to be with for whatever reason, just someone challenging. And I invite you to bring that person into your mind's eye, bring that person into your mind's heart. See if you can just abide them there in your heart space. And then we're going to offer loving kindness to the challenging person, the person we are challenged by, seeing them clearly in our mind's eye, holding them lightly in our mind's heart. We'll offer them loving kindness. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they be at ease in this world. Again, holding that being in loving kindness in our heart, in loving compassion in our heart. Holding them gently, kindly, and patiently. And finally, today, I'll invite us, if you choose, to join me in offering loving kindness to the world and all its beings. Take a moment to bring the world into your mind and into your heart, the whole world and all of its beings. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Hold it dearly in your mind's heart, and we'll offer loving kindness to the world. May the world be safe. May the world be healthy. May the world be happy. May there be ease in the world. May the world be safe. May the world be healthy. May the world be happy. May there be ease in the world. May the world be safe. May the world be healthy. May the world be happy. May there be ease in the world. Holding the world in our heart, gently and patiently and kindly, sitting with loving compassion for the whole world and all of its beings. Taking a full inhale, a complete exhale. Dropping your chin toward your loving, kind heart. Breathing in here. Breathing out here. On your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart space. And once again, allow to arise in your heart space maybe one more thing for which you are grateful. As you sit with gratitude and loving kindness in your space, I'll take this opportunity to express my gratitude and loving kindness to you from this space. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you find freedom. May you know peace. And may you move through the world with ease. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me today. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to sit in loving kindness and gratitude for as long as you like. And more importantly, when you do rise, please take the echoes of your practice, your loving kindness, and your gratitude with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.